See, non-tribal dance na சொன்னதுன்னா in any state, for instance, if you take Tripura, Tripura le traditional non-tribal dance இருக்கும். There are two types of people yaanga. Rahul கேக்குதா?
கேக்குது sir.
There are two types of people in any state. One will be tribal population, the other will be normal population. So what are the dance that the non-tribal normal population இருக்காங்க இல்லையா, அவங்களோட
ஆமா சார்,
அவங்களோட வியூ பாயிண்ட், அவங்களோட டான்சஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கறதா நான் ட்ரைபல் டான்ஸ். புரியுதா?
ஓகே சார்.
நான் yesterday I gave you an example as well. With respect to Tripura, I gave you two examples. The Hosagiri வந்து டான்ஸ் ஆஃப் தி ரியாங் ட்ரைப்ஸ்மென் ஆஃப் இப்போ நார்த் ஈஸ்டர்ன் ஸ்டேட்ஸ்ல சில ஸ்டேட்ஸ்லாம் வந்து there are dances which are performed by men, which are performed by women and together. இதுல வந்து நான் ட்ரைப்ஸ் ரியாங் ட்ரைப்ஸோட அந்த ட்ரைபல் மென் ஆடக்கூடிய டான்ஸ் தான் ஹோசாகிரி. இப்போ காரியாங்கிறது வந்து the dance that is organized during the festivals. Is that clear, Rahul?
Yes sir.
So அதனால இந்த வெஸ்டர்ன் ஃபோக் எல்லாம் வெஸ்டர்ன் டான்ஸ்லாம் எடுக்காது, ட்ரெடிஷனல் டான்சஸ் தான். டான்சஸ் அண்ட் ஃபெஸ்டிவல்ஸ் ஆஃப் நார்த் ஈஸ்டர்ன் ஸ்டேட்ஸ் எடுக்கணும். வாட் ஆர் த ஃபெஸ்டிவல்ஸ், வாட் ஆர் த நான் ட்ரைபல் டான்சஸ், ட்ரைபல் டான்சஸ் அந்த மாதிரி எடுக்கணும்.
ஓகே சார், எடுத்துறேன் சார். அது கொஞ்சம் டவுட் ஆச்சு, அதான் கேட்டேன் சார்.
All right. Good that you asked that.
சார் கொஞ்சம் வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுது சார்.
நான் பேசவே இல்லை, இப்போ கேக்குதா?
இப்போ கேக்குது சார். பேசும்போது அப்பப்போ பிரேக் ஆச்சு சார், அதனால சொன்னேன் சார்.
ஓகே. பிரேக் ஆச்சுன்னா சொல்லு, நான் will rejoin.
பிரேக் ஒரு ஆசிலேட்டர் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு சார், லோ ஹை அந்த மாதிரி ஆசிலேட்டர் இருக்கு.
லைன்ல நான் வந்து you don't have to go in for everything. Other specialized book, if you go for a book that is specialized in something, then they'll try to give you every damn thing into this. Just go to the Tripura official website. Whatever is over there, check, that is enough. Major இருக்கிறது மாத்திரம் போதும், மைனர் டான்சஸ்லாம் வேணாம். நான் Tripuraல இப்ப number, I have given you the number of tribes also in the slide. பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். Slide number 43, I have given you 19 tribal communities. Each tribal community will have its own dances and festivals. எவ்வளவுலாம் படிக்க முடியாது. And there are 5 northeastern states that are in news now. Nagaland is celebrating its 60th statehood anniversary. From Meghalaya, Manipur, Tripura. அதனால நீங்க எல்லாம் படிக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. You have to get to know the major forms. That will do. All right. Major forms மட்டும்தான் வெப்சைட்ல இருக்கும். Just cross verify it and go. That's it. Rahul, is that clear?
Yes sir.
Okay. Sure. Today we shall discuss about virus and vaccines. First topic, right? There are, apart from the COVID virus, there were certain other viruses that was prominently coming up. One என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, the hepatitis, the unknown hepatitis infection of children in countries like UK. Or unknown virus was having effect on that. So that you have to monitor. அதெல்லாம் வந்து மிஸ் ஆயிப்போச்சு. Miss ஆயிப்போச்சு in sense, they have not been fully, அது நியூஸ்ல வந்துச்சு, but it's more likely that we will overlook that. நம்ம ஓவர்லுக் பண்ணி கிராஸ் பண்ணி போயிட்டே இருப்போம், நமக்கு தெரியாது அது. That is why you have to take that into account as well. சரி, இப்போ ஹெப்பாட்டிட்டிஸ் பத்தி கம்ப்ளீட்டா பாத்துக்கோங்க. வாட் இஸ் ஹெப்பாட்டிட்டிஸ் அப்படின்னு நமக்கு தெரியணும். See, HEPA-நாலே it is referring to liver. Something that is connected to liver is called as HEPA. Hepatitis is a disease that affects a viral infection that affects the liver. Right? It is the liver may be affected by hepatitis can be caused by two factors. One, it could be because of the virus, viral infection. It could be because of the prolonged and acute use of alcohol. For alcohol, it is a non-viral, non-infectious agent. Certain medicines or certain toxins can also affect liver. That's chronic alcoholism. So, for instance, somebody is not addicted to alcohol. Alcohol addiction. He or she may be taking alcohol of say 50 ml every day for 25 years. It appears to be very normal thing, but this is called as chronic alcoholism. Chronic alcoholism, it's not that he or she is taking alcohol in a very big way, but they are taking alcohol regularly at a regular volume and a regular time period. Addict sir, can we call them as addicted? And will they be addicts? Yes, they can also be called as addicted. But it is a controllable or controlled addiction. It doesn't require any de-addiction program. But for instance, if I'm taking alcohol 50 ml every day for the last 25-30 years, I'll be called as a chronic alcoholic person. And my liver can also get affected because of this. For per capita consumption based, non-infectious agents that can also cause hepatitis. There are different types of hepatitis. There are 5 different types of hepatitis caused by different viruses, namely hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E. Hepatitis A, there is a vaccine. Hepatitis B, there is a vaccine. There is no, but whereas for hepatitis C, there is no vaccine. C, D, E, no vaccine. Now, UK children were affected and there were also deaths. Whether it is an aftermath effect of COVID infection, it was not, it is unconfirmed. Whether it is because of any other serious infection, we do not know. So that's why they call it as unknown hepatitis or liver disease inflammation that is being caused by some agent. What is that agent? We do not know. Right? So that's how this news comes into the picture. Right? So hepatitis, which are all vaccine preventable, which are all not vaccine preventable. You must understand. All right. And liver related, what are the characteristics of liver? Liver or functions in human physiology, what are the functions of liver? Now this is a science thing, which I don't have to teach you because you should have read it in your schools itself. Liver or functions in what does the liver do?
Digestive function.
Cherry. Which are the organs that are replaced in the human body? Liver is one organ that can be replaced. Kidney is one organ that can be replaced. So, liver or functions. Anyway, tomorrow I shall ask you what are the functions of the liver. You just go through and come back. By the way, yesterday I told you to go through certain things and asked you to come back so that we can discuss and move on to others. But probably because of Tripura thing, we just skipped it. Hepatitis so, liver functions, biology, human physiology. What are the functions of liver? So generally, liver digestion liver is important.
Blood passage process பண்ணி அத பாஸ் பண்ணுது.
Liver ஏன் வந்து alcohol குடிச்சா affect ஆகுது? Because liver is an organ that directly detoxification of your detoxification and purification of blood takes place in the liver only. And liver is a storage point, vitamins, minerals and glycogen storage பண்ணும். And it is responsible for synthesis of plasma proteins such as albumin or clotting factors, blood clot ஆகுது அதெல்லாம். And it secretes bile, more important. Bile is secreted by liver and stored in duodenum. Another liver malfunction பண்ணா jaundice வரும். Excessive secretion of bile. That will give a yellowish color to your body, your urine, your eyes will turn yellow. Yellow fever was also in news. Good job. Yellow fever also makes the symptoms of yellow fever is also yellowish eyes, but it is not jaundice. Purida. Take care. We'll discuss yellow fever later. Yellow fever we came across because we did talk about something called as vector-borne diseases.
Vector-borne.
We did talk about yellow fever also because yellow fever also spreading. Liver why? Because of the unconfirmed or unknown hepatitis that was spreading. And is there any connection with COVID virus? Is unconfirmed, but UK it has gone to the extent of hospitalization of children as well as there were also death. All right. So far so good. Right. Next, adenovirus. In the adenovirus, why we are talking about adenovirus? So adenovirus is a type of virus, double-stranded virus. So what are information I'm giving you? I think they are mostly available in the NCERT book. The double-stranded virus, the common virus that can cause illness of cold, fever, sore throat, bronchitis, pneumonia, diarrhea. COVID is a common cold virus. Common cold is COVID is a family. Coronavirus it's a family of viruses, of which COVID SARS-2 is COVID-19. COVID SARS-2. What is SARS? Severe acute respiratory syndrome. அதே மாதிரி MERS ஒன்று Middle East respiratory syndrome. இது எல்லாமே caused by COVID virus தான். Present COVID-19 it was pretty serious virus because it was more fatal than the other viruses, and COVID is an adenovirus. So முன்னாடி நான் சொன்ன types of virus பார்த்துக்கோங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். Similarly, you also take notes about the types of virus that is found in the 12th standard biology book. Yeah. So adenovirus பார்த்துக்கோங்க. Next, yesterday I asked you to go through certain things. What are the things which we have to go through?
So chronological order of northeastern states.
Forming of northeastern states in the chronological order. Have you gone through?
Yes, sir.
And also the law under which they were
Passed.
They were created. Northeast Reorganization Act. Okay, then.
What is GIAS and GPS? Difference between them.
What is GIAS and GPS? The difference between GIAS and GPS. GPS and GIAS because of the geospatial sector liberalization. And geospatial sector, number one. Number two, GPS, GIAS are also important for your mains. Then.
So project SBAMITBA, the land survey known by Minister of Punjab.
Swamitwa. Project Swamitwa. That's a project, and the project it's okay. Whatever we have seen is enough, I suppose, for the prelims. Mains e-governance digital era governance aspects.
So from the Rocky Joel budget அதோட மைக்ரோ நியூட்ரியன்ஸ் எங்கெல்லாம் பலதரப்பட்ட டெம்பரேச்சர் கிளைமேட்டிக் அதை பத்தி பார்க்கலாம்.
Have you gone through? So என்னெல்லாம் இருக்குதுல என்னெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்க? ஜோவர்ல what are all the micronutrients available?
ஜோவர்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா அயன், கால்சியம், வைட்டமின்,
ஜோவர்ல அயன் இருக்கா கொஞ்சம் செக் பண்ணி பாரு. Jover has magnesium la. I இருக்கலாம், but I'm not sure. You can check it out.
phosphorus, iron.
Iron. Okay, phosphorus, iron.
Copper, selenium.
Okay, fine. Cherry, it has anti-cancer properties as well. It has anti-cancer properties as well. I mean, bajra.
Sandy, on the map, climatic conditions.
Which are the states where these millets are largely produced?
Mostly in the Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat area. Andhra Pradesh, Rocky வந்து தமிழ்நாடு, கர்நாடகா, அந்த மாதிரி ராக்கி.
Okay, so why they are on the climatic conditions of the regions? Pathina, you will understand what are the requirements of climatic requirements for these millets. They require low rainfall. They can be grown in low rainfall region. Then they can go for they can withstand high temperature, high to moderate temperature. They can withstand and they can grow. All right. Okay. Next. What else? Tripura state vegetation. Any sanctuary there, Tripura? Wildlife.
Kunti, Krishna, Vajva, the only நிறைய இருக்குது. அதுல ஒரு 4 நியூஸ்ல எதெல்லாம் இருந்ததுன்னு பார்த்துட்டு கோமதி, கிருஷ்ணா, அப்புறம்
திரிபுரால போகுது,
அப்புறம் செப்பாஞ்சிலா, அப்புறம் வந்து ரோவா, மீதி இருக்குது செகண்டரி.
ஓகே, அண்ட் வேற நெக்ஸ்ட்
அப்புறம் ஐஆர்இஎன்டி
அரேனா
India strategic partnership.
IRENA don't go into very big details. IRENA, where is its headquarters? Abu Dhabi, Dubai. That's enough. And IRENA major projects enna pandranga. If there was anything in India, then it is important. Otherwise, it's not important. You have to just the MOU la thevilla. What MOU they have signed in? For what? I mean, and photovoltaic and photoelectric effect difference I told you. Have you gone through the photoelectric and photovoltaic effective differences? And what energy is converted into electrical energy? Light into electrical energy. How is it stored? So take care of that. Other than the transition, light is converted to electricity, then stored in battery as chemical energy, then again converted into So, what is it? Photovoltaic effect and photoelectric effects. And on the difference and transition aspects, you should. Other major difference. Other major difference. One is why you call it as photoelectric effect and other as photovoltaic effect. Name change. Concept is different. Conceptually, they are different. See, that is exactly where you can be confused when it comes to questions. How can they confuse you in your school? If I give you two statements, if you're not clear now, then there is more possibility that you will be confused. Beta,
Sir, former teams and their tenues and major contributions.
Yes, former PMs and their tenues and major contributions also I told you because of the Prime Minister's Museum.
No, Prime Minister. அதுக்கப்புறம் Prime Minister related constitutional questions.
Why is Prime Minister called as Prime Minister? அதெல்லாம் மெயின்ஸ்க்கும் பார்த்துக்கோங்க. Why is Prime Minister called as Prime Minister prepares? அதெல்லாம் மெயின்ஸ்க்கும் important. All right. சரி. Along with virus, Arduino virus and along with virus, also talk about vaccine. What do you mean by a vaccine? See, a vaccine, when you go through the NCERT book or any science book for that matter, even state board book, there are two aspects. One is the vaccine, the other is immunization and immunity development programs. Right? So what are vaccines? Vaccine is any substance which is used to stimulate the production of antibodies to provide immunity against one or few diseases is known as vaccine. Right? So vaccine is something that generates antibody, that stimulates the generation of antibodies so as to provide immunity against many diseases. So what are the two types of vaccines? One is the attenuated vaccine, another dead virus.
Dead virus. Attenuated.
Now, covaxin is a vaccine.
Attenuated. Attenuated.
So covaxin was the India's first indigenous COVID-19 vaccine developed with the collaboration of Bharat Biotech in collaboration with ICMR and National Institute of Virology. Where is National Institute of Virology located? Where is National Pune. Cherry. National Institute of Virology in Pune. Cherry. So, National Institute of Virology, ICMR, and Bharat Biotech. Bharat Biotech is a manufacturer. Right? And it is a Virology Research Institute, National Institute of Virology. It is part of, it is a research institute of ICMR. It's one of the research institutes of ICMR. Then, so it is an inactivated vaccine. Inactivated vaccine. The virus is inactivated. It's not dead virus, but inactivated virus. See, inactivated viruses do not replicate and therefore very unlikely to revert and cause any disease. Disease kudukadu. However, they contain virus, dead virus that is incapable of infecting the people, but shall be able to stimulate the immune system to produce antibodies. That's the all right. So, covaxin was added to the WHO's emergency use listing in November 2021. Though Covishield was included in the list in February 21, for Covishield, it was not totally indigenous, though it is produced by Serum Institute Pune. Indigenous. Which manufactured outside. There are about 9 vaccines. Has it been அது complete. அப்புறம் விட்டுறது தேவையில்லை. இந்த அர்த்தம் தான் mRNA, tRNA. What are different types of RNAs? So point என்னன்னா, whatever has come into usage and approved, you take. What is in the pipeline, let us not take into account because இப்போ வந்து அது தாண்டி போயிட்டோம். So Covaxin is the importance of Covaxin பத்தி படிக்க வேண்டிய அவசியம் கிடையாது. The news என்னன்னா Covaxin has now been எப்போ வந்துச்சு Covaxin?
20.
But only now WHO is accepting it. So that is the news. அதனால படிக்கிறோம். And it is more importantly, it is indigenous. It is fully indigenous. Otherwise, there is no need for us to market an important aspect for exam. Because of these two reasons, it is becoming a topic from where questions can be asked. And what are the possible questions in Bona? National Institute of Virology எங்க இருக்கு கேட்கலாம், ICMR பத்தி கேட்கலாம். What are the ICMR programs? What does ICMR do? Paper National Institute of Virology வந்துச்சா? National Vector-borne Disease Control Program ஒரு சென்டர் இருக்கா? National Center for Vector-borne Disease Control இருக்கா? இது மாதிரி institutions வருதா? Club them together, you get one question. Or what is vaccine? What is vaccination program? What are the program? Already there is another program called Project Indradhanush. Vaccination program. What is Project Indradhanush? It is for providing about 17 different vaccines. So in future, COVID vaccine can also become one of the essential vaccines. Supposing if after few years, 1 or 2 years, இப்போ வந்து நம்ம இந்த கோவிட் வேக்சின் இருக்குல்ல, கோவிட் வேக்சின் வந்து இப்போ என்ன அப்படி சொல்லிருக்கோம், they are more considered to be temporary vaccines. They can only give you protection only for few months. Also, they cannot totally eradicate the disease. You will get, even after having vaccinated, you can still be infected. They can only reduce the severity and they cannot protect you. But we won't stop here. Further research will be done. And எப்படி வந்து நம்ம smallpox virus, smallpox vaccine, polio vaccine கொண்டு வந்திருக்கோமோ அதே மாதிரி we will have COVID vaccine also, which will be completely protecting our protecting the human beings from the COVID in a big way, totally. சரியா? அப்போ until then, in that case, it becomes much more relevant for being asked in the exam. Right? That is the idea. அதனால தான் படிக்கிறோம். Got it? So what is vaccination program? What are the diseases against which vaccine has been developed? பார்த்துக்கோங்க. ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் இந்திரதனுஷ் சர்ச் பண்ணா தெரியும். What are the different vaccines? So what is hepatitis பார்த்துக்கணும், vaccine என்னன்னு பார்த்துக்கணும், COVID vaccine, Covaxin பார்த்துக்கணும். Along with that, what are the institutes associated with them? பார்த்துக்கணும். Alright? And நிறைய diseases அதனால symptoms. The types of viruses. Types of viruses and kinds of viruses. What is the difference between virus and bacteriophage? Bacteriophage is a virus that infects bacteria. I mean RNA. What are RNA and DNA? All right.
Okay.
Fine. Sure. Next, ICRISAT is in news. ICRISAT, what is ICRISAT? International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics. It is located in Hyderabad. It is celebrating its 50th Golden Jubilee anniversary. And it is the main center for the consultative group on international agricultural research and leads the program. And CGIAR is headquartered in Montpellier, France. That much is enough. What are semi-arid tropics? If ICRISAT, you have to more focus on the climatic conditions of the tropics. Semi-arid tropics, what are semi-arid tropics? In the latitude, and what are the different seasonal changes in this region, and what are the vegetation that are being cultivated here? Because this is not confined to India. ICRISAT does work for, though it is located in Hyderabad, and it will also work for African and Latin American regions. Semi-arid tropics, they will work. Okay. So first of all, semi-arid tropical regions all right. In geography, definitely you could have studied about the tropical regions. So what are semi-arid climatic conditions? Which are all the zones where semi-arid tropical conditions are present?
An area transition between desert and steppy or some grassland semi-arid.
அது சவானால இருந்து degenerate ஆகி டெசர்ட்டா மாறும். இப்படி போ ரிவர்ஸ்ல வரது.
அந்த transition வந்து semi-arid.
So what are the climatic conditions அங்க? Weather patterns எப்படி இருக்கும்?
Extreme temperature. சம்மர்ல ஒரு 3 degrees அந்த ரேஞ்ச் இருக்கும். விண்டர்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா 0 10 அந்த எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம். அப்பனா பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஆவரேஜ் ஆனுவல் டெம்பரேச்சர் டிஃபரன்ஸ் வந்து வேரி ஆகும். ரெயின்ஃபால் பாத்தீங்கன்னா டெசர்ட்ல விட ஒரு 10 சென்டிமீட்டர் கூடுதலா இருக்கும். அப்புறம் வந்து அந்த ரீஜனுக்கு சம்பந்தப்பட்ட லெக்யூம்ஸ், பல்சஸ், மில்லட்ஸ் முக்கியமா இந்த மாதிரி கிராப்ஸ் தான் வளர்க்க முடியும். வீட்டு வேணா இரிகேஷன் வச்சு அவங்க வளர்த்துக்கலாம். இரிகேஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணி அந்த செமி-அரிட் ரீஜன் சொல்றோம்னா ஃப்ளோரா அண்ட் ஃபௌனா பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஃபானாஸ் முக்கியமா லயன்ஸ் அங்க அதிகமா இருக்கும். லயன்ஸ் சோ லயன்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் கண்டிப்பா ஐனஸ் இருக்கும். அந்த டியர் ஆன்டிலோப் அவங்க சாப்பிடுது. ஃபானா வந்து சொல்றது
What type of forest will be there? Vegetation, what type of vegetation will be there? What kind of forests இருக்கும்?
Dry deciduous, dry moist, dry deciduous. Dry இருக்கும். கொஞ்சம் அந்த ஆப்பிரிக்கன் அங்கெல்லாம் போனா சவானாஸ் அதிகமா இருக்கும்.
Okay, so just go through them because of ICRISAT. This much is enough. So semi-arid tropical regions la engala irukunu mudala paathuko. So it is spread over Africa, right? Spread over Africa, few parts of South America and India, apro Southeast Asia and South Asia. Southeast Asia, South Asia, in the area la semi-arid tropics irukum. Apart from other areas, not required. அங்க இல்ல semi-arid tropics அங்க இருக்க வாய்ப்பு இல்ல. So what are the அந்த ரீஜன்ல இருக்கிற விஷயங்கள் என்னன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டா போதுமா? So semi-arid tropics உடைய climatic conditions கண்டிப்பாக தெரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். Alright. அப்ப எடுத்து பாத்துக்கோ. பட் எந்தெந்த கண்ட்ரிஸ் கவர் ஆகுதுன்னு கூட நீ பாத்துக்கலாம். Which are all the countries that அந்த ரீஜன்ல என்னென்ன கண்ட்ரிஸ் இருக்குன்னு கூட பாத்துக்கலாம். So south of Mexico இருக்குல்ல, south of Mexico, அப்புறம் வந்து islands in the Gulf of Mexico, then the northern part of Panama Canal பக்கத்துல வரக்கூடிய இந்த லாட்டின் அமெரிக்கா, I mean South American countries, அதுக்கப்புறம் ஆப்பிரிக்கா சைட்ல, வெஸ்ட் சைட்ல, ஈஸ்ட் சைட்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய South American countries, and just below the Sahara Desert, the stretch of region just below the Sahara Desert முடியும்ல, Sahara Desert முடியிற இடத்துல இருந்தா அப்படியே ஃபுல்லா அந்த ஏரியா ஃபுல்லா semi-arid இருக்கும். And most of the peninsular India semi-arid tropics. Most of these semi-arid tropic இருக்கும். They'll have long summers இருக்கும். எப்படி சொல்றது, ஒரு மாதிரி ஒரு unregular, sorry, rather rainfall will not be very regular. Unpredictable rainfall இருக்கும். And they'll have long dry seasons and unpredictable weather consistency, inconsistency in rainfall will be all there. Right?
மலையோட leeward சைடுல கூட semi-arid
நம்ம சைடு, நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டுல அப்படிதான் வருது. Tamil Nadu becomes a semi-arid region because of the leeward side of Western Ghats. Sometimes the rain shadow regions. So get to know them. That is enough. Adu pathukita podumana. All right. But animals என்னென்ன இருக்குன்னு பாத்துக்கோங்க. Already you told that it will be like hyenas, lions,
and antelope.
Cape buffaloes கூட இருக்கும்.
Buffaloes.
Cape buffaloes இருக்கும். Antelopes சொல்ல மாட்டாத, அது ஒரு பர்టిక్యులர் நேம் சொல்லணும். வைல்ட் பீஸ்ட்மாங்க. வைல்ட் பீஸ்ட்மாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இது கிடைக்கும். அது பேர் பார்க்க எனக்கு சம் NA ன்னு வரும் அது பேர். I'll tell you what is it. I'll remember it. Recall it. All right. So increase that pathukona, right? Then comes the National Wildlife Board. National Board for Wildlife. Board. National Board for Wildlife. Board. See, National Board for Wildlife is coming into news because of the 50th anniversary of the Wildlife Protection Act, as well as quite a lot of news relating to wildlife, and WPA Act of 1972 is very much appearing on the newspaper. So all that what you have to understand is that it is the board that is a statutory body that is established under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, and Prime Minister is the ex officio chairperson. Prime Minister is the ex officio chair. This is the question. Prime Minister is the ex officio chairperson of. If what are all the institutions for which Prime Minister will be the ex officio chairpersons? We will discuss it. I will also try to give you tomorrow. So for National Board for Wildlife, chairperson is Prime Minister ex officio, vice chairperson is Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change. And this Wildlife Board again is in news because of its recommendation to observe October 5th as the National Dolphin Day. 2021 they have given a recommendation that 5th of October shall be observed as National Dolphin Day in order to create awareness and educate the people about the conservation of dolphins. The dolphin conservation ஒரு importance கொடுக்கணும்ங்கறதுக்காக they have recommended that we shall celebrate, rather we shall observe, don't say celebrate, we shall observe October 5th as the National Dolphin Day. But dolphins there are two types. One on the freshwater dolphin, இன்னொன்னு ocean dolphins. So India la gangetic dolphins irukku which are endangered. Which are endangered. And river Airavati la dolphins irukku. Myanmar la river Airavati la dolphin irukku. And Indus river la dolphins irukku. And dolphins are basically fish or mammal.
Yeah.
Dolphin is a mammal. Generally, we consider dolphin to be a fish in Instagram. Dolphin is a mammal. Okay. So, Ganges dolphin, not much is required. India, freshwater dolphin, Ganges. Airavati, anyway, it is not in India. And Indus, Indus water dolphins, freshwater dolphins. So, Indus and Ganges are the two rivers in India where we find dolphin, and National Wildlife Board has recommended for observing October 5th as the National Dolphin Day. Remember that. Next issue is the Platinum Jubilee of Delhi Police. The Delhi Police is celebrating its 75th anniversary. So Delhi Police again the army in history பார்த்துக்கோங்க. It is traced back to medieval India. The Malikul Umar of Fakhruddin was the first Kotwal of Delhi. Who is a Kotwal? Again history போயிடுங்க. யார் அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ணாங்க? எப்ப இருந்து அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க கோத்வால்? Go to the medieval history. இப்ப நீ டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கலெக்டர் எடுக்கிறேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கலெக்டர் நம்ம தானா சிஸ்டம்லாம் இருக்குல்ல, தானா சிஸ்டம்ல கோத்வால் சிஸ்டம் தான். சென்னையிலே கொத்தவால் சாவடின்னு சொல்றோம்ல, கொத்தவால் சாவடிங்கிறது கோத்வால் ஸ்டேஷன் தான் கொத்தவால் சாவடி. அது during the Mughal period and the Delhi Sultanate period, they used to appoint a Kotwal to who will be responsible for the maintenance of law and order in the urban centers, Apollo cities. And the similar office comparable to Kotwal today is Circle Inspector. Similar office that is comparable today is Circle Inspector. And in the army, at 1912, when the Delhi capital was shifted from Calcutta to Delhi, Delhi was made a commissioner of police, commissionerate of police. And later, after 1946, reorganization of Delhi police based on Justice G.D. Khosla Committee, which is the Delhi Police Commission, Justice Khosla Commission. So it was reorganized, and the commissioner, Delhi Police Commission, Khosla Commission recommended that Delhi should be a commissionerate, but it was made a commissionerate only in 1978. And we now have Special Police Establishments Act of 1946. Because the reorganization of Delhi Police took place under the Act of Delhi Special Police Establishment Act 1944, British Bill on the Act. And there are two organizations under the Special Police Establishment Act. One is Delhi Police, the other is CBI. So இவ்வளவு இருந்தா போதும் Delhi Police. And Delhi Police ஓட jurisdiction எங்கெல்லாம் இருக்கு? Find out. And which ministry is the charter controlling authority for Delhi Police? Is Delhi Police under the government of Delhi?
No, sir.
No. So it falls under Ministry of Home. Yeah. Because public order, maintenance of public order is not transferred subject of Delhi government, but is still, with respect to Delhi, it is still with the center. Platinum Jubilee of Delhi Police. 1947, Delhi Police Rising Day was 1947. 16th February 1947 was the Rising Day. Sorry, 16th February 1946 was the Rising Day. So 2022 they celebrated 75th anniversary. சரியா? அதனால இண்டிபெண்டன்ஸோட வருதுன்னு வச்சுக்கோயேன். The National Science Day. See, National Science Day is observed or celebrated on February 28 since 1987 to commemorate the discovery of Ramen Effect. What is Ramen Effect? What is Ramen Effect? So again, go to the science, find out what is Raman effect, what is Rayleigh scattering, what is the difference between Rayleigh scattering and Raman scattering. So Raman effect. Raman effect is the change in the wavelength of the light that occurs when a light beam is deflected by certain molecules. I'll assume this way. When a stream of light passes through a liquid, a fraction of the light is scattered by the liquid and will be of different color. The color மாறுதுன்னா wavelength மாறுதுன்னு அர்த்தம். Generally, the color is associated with the wavelength. That's what is called as Raman effect, for which Sir C.V. Raman was awarded Nobel Prize. It deals with the scattering of light by molecules of a medium when they are excited to a vibrational energy levels. Technically, but to be simple, understand when you pass light through, when a stream of light is passed through a liquid, the liquid will scatter. Light on a fraction of the light is scattered by the liquid and will be of different color. That's what is called as Raman effect. And what is Rayleigh scattering? What is Raman effect? What is Rayleigh scattering? What is dispersion of light? Otherwise, nothing big is there in this news. The next one, the India-UAE relations. 50 years of India-UAE relations. See, India, Central Asia, 30 years. India, Turkmenistan, Central Asia, 30 years, Turkmenistan, 30 years. India, Israel, 30 years. So India UAE 50 years most importantly, we have gone for a comprehensive economic partnership agreement. That's the first ever agreement in the last 10 years. 2011 we stopped the FTA. The last major free trade agreement or this kind of economic arrangement, partnership arrangement was in 2011, and the last country with which we made was Japan. And after 2011, UAE கூட போறோம். The aim is to increase the bilateral trade to $100 billion by 2030. And India is also negotiating free trade agreements with UK. UK regularly Canada, Israel, European Union, and Australia also. Canada, Australia கூடயும் பண்றோம். But UK is very actively we are moving on. With UK we are moving on very actively. So that is இந்த விஷயம் பார்த்துக்கணும். UAE India இப்போ see this is important for your mains also. India UAE relations, there has been a commemorative stamp released with respect to the joint celebration of 50th anniversary of India UAE relations. Right? That is one. Number two, India UAE la இதுல முக்கியமான விஷயம் என்னன்னா, this year also marks the formation of the 50th year of the formation of UAE. The formation of UAE. What is UAE? United Arab Emirates. Two things you have to see. One வந்து United Arab Emirates la இருக்கிற குட்டியான the kingdoms. Second, you have to also know the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council. அப்புறமா map. Persian Gulf photo map. See, if you recall, the map of the Persian Gulf is already important for us because of India Central Asia relations, because of Iran. So Iran, Iraq, Central Asia, Middle East, that is a Persian Gulf map. Apart from that, climatology, world geography book, particularly UAE, Iran, and the region, Middle East, Gulf region. Adula, what are all the climatic conditions, soil types in climatic conditions in forest and vegetation in and important animals in all right. Because there is a possibility of asking certain questions relating to the animal forms, various animals located in or they are found in those areas. In Dubai Expo has taken place. All right. Dubai Expo, that is important. So Dubai Expo has taken place, and Dubai Expo and the Dubai Expo Dubai Expo is not that very important for civil service examination, but it's a major event. All right. Adanaல geography there's more questions relating to geography can be asked. What do you mean by a comprehensive economic partnership agreement and what is a free trade arrangement? Free trade agreement. Economy la the conceptual aspects relating to a free trade agreement in that. Conceptual what is free trade agreement, what is a comprehensive economic, and what is comprehensive economic partnership agreement, comprehensive economic cooperation agreement, CEPA, SICA, FTA. Tomorrow I'll ask you. You should tell me. And India UAE joint celebration of 50th anniversary of formation of UAE. India UAE joint celebration of 50 years of formation of UAE. Will be important for your mains as well. பாத்துக்கோங்க. அப்போ இந்த இடத்துல வந்து என்ன பார்க்கணும்னா, it is not only India UAE relations. We should also think about the relationship between India and the Middle East. இப்போ இந்தியாவுடைய look west policy என்ன? For the mains, look west policy பார்த்துக்கோ. Prelimsல what is look west policy? What do you mean by look west policy of India? இப்போ look west policyல இருந்து மாறி link west policy போய்டுமா? What is link west policy?
Engaging with the Middle East வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா எக்கனாமிக் மட்டும் இல்லாம மத்த எல்லா டைமென்ஷன் மல்டி டைமென்ஷன் கல்ச்சர்
சரி
அந்த மாதிரி
பாத்துடுவா. Tomorrow we shall discuss. What is link west policy? Prelimsல கேட்கலாம்ப்பா. What are the major components of link west policy can be asked in the prelims as well. But in the mains, it could be more important. So get to know what is look west policy of India, what is link west policy of India. இந்த பாத்துக்கணும். Make note, India Iran, India UAE, India Saudi Arabia relations. அது இல்லாம India Israel relations. Then India and Middle East as a whole. India's policy towards West Asia. இதெல்லாம் means. And for the prelims, the Persian area la geography தயவு செஞ்சு பாத்துக்கோங்க. Don't leave anything relating to geography in those areas. If at all there was any question to be asked, it could be geography. Geography and economy, the ரெண்டு தான் possibilities. What are the major exports of India to West Asia? அங்கேருந்து நம்ம மேஜர் இம்போர்ட் வந்து பேசிக்கலி ஆயில் தான். The major exports from India to Middle East countries வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா gems and jewelry. Gems and jewelry. And in the free trade agreement for the first time ever, India has included a chapter on digital trade. India has been opposing this digital trade with respect to WTO. And in the UAE FTA, we have for the first time accepted to include digital trade. So this will become important for your prelims as well as mains. So go through that and come concepts of FTA and SICA, then the geographical aspects. அதுல வந்து physical geography பார்க்கணும். Physical geography நான் சொன்னா topography. You know what is physical geography? Topography, forest, animals, flora and fauna, climatic conditions. அப்புறம் settlement, sorry, இன்னொன்னு என்ன சொன்னது, எக்கனாமிக் ஜியோகிராஃபில வந்து எக்கனாமிக் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்ப்பீங்க, செட்டில்மெண்ட்ஸ் பார்ப்பீங்க. அதுக்கு இல்லாம இந்த ஏர் ரூட்ஸ் அண்ட் சி ரூட்ஸ் பார்ப்பீங்கல்ல, ஏர் ரூட், சி ரூட்ஸ், இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் போர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்ட்ரைட்ஸ் டெஃபினெட்லி see them. If at all இந்த ஏரியால கேள்வி கேட்டா அதான் கேட்க முடியும். Illena, they will not ask any questions on this and they'll be reserved for your mains. And if you're lucky enough, you will get questions in both prelims and mains together. Got it? Cherry part is Patina, National Payment Corporation of India. So WhatsApp is also coming out with WhatsApp Pay. So what is this National Payment Corporation of India? So it is a joint initiative of RBI and the Indian Bank Association. So it's a non-profit company set up under the Indian Companies Act, Section 8 of 2013. And in the participating products, RuPay, IMPS, UPI, Bharat Interface Money, BIM, Aadhaar, National Toll Collection, FASTag, they're included. If at all there is any question, this could be a question. What is unified? Unified Payments Interface?
It's not that.
It's an interface for payment, for facilitating payment, bank to bank, individual to individual, bank to individual, individual to bank, that is unified. So இதை பார்த்துக்கோங்க. இதுல இவ்வளவுதான் prelims-ல கேட்க முடியும். But mains-னு வரும்போது you will have to understand this concept of what is this payment interface and what are its benefits. And this is an important milestone with respect to digital era governance. The logic enna, it's a very advanced stage of banking. So when I have deposited my money in the bank, I don't know whether you know it or not. நாங்கெல்லாம் காலேஜ் படிக்கும்போது காலேஜ் படிக்கும்போது எதுக்கு 2001-2 வரைக்குமே பிஃபோர் த நரசிம்மம் கமிட்டி ரெக்கமெண்டேஷன்ஸ், அதுக்கு முன்னாடி வரைக்குமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ஏடிஎம்ஸ் முன்னாடி ஏடிஎம்ன்ற கான்செப்டே கிடையாது. there is nothing called as ATM. ஏடிஎம்ங்கிறதே 90s-ல தான் வந்துச்சு. அப்பயும் அதுவுமே ஏடிஎம்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு பிரான்ச்ல தான் இருக்கும், பிரான்ச் ஏடிஎம்ஸ் தான் இருக்கும். அப்புறம் தான் எல்லா இடத்துலயும் ஏடிஎம்ஸ் வைக்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. ஐடியா என்னன்னா, இட் இஸ் மை மணி and why should I not get access to my money anytime whenever I am in need of? காலையில பேங்கிங் ஹவர்ஸ் அப்படின்னு வச்சிருப்பாங்க. காலைல 10 o'clock to வீக் டேஸ்ல வந்து 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. அப்போ சாட்டர்டேஸ் வந்து 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. If at all you want to deposit any check, withdraw cash, அப்ப அந்த டைம்க்கு தான் போகணும். பேங்க்ல கொள்ள கூட்டமா இருக்கும், கியூல கிடந்து சாவணும். And that is a question. It is my money. Why should I not take it? ஏன் நான் வந்து இந்த பேங்க் கொடுக்குற டைமுக்கு நான் போகணும்? அப்போ வந்து பேங்க் மேனேஜர்லாம் பெரிய ஆள். அப்ப என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா, இப்ப எனக்கு ஒரு செக் போட்டு காசு இமீடியட்டா வேணும் அப்படின்னா மேனேஜரை பார்த்து வீட்டுல, சார் இந்த செக் நீங்க எடுத்து வந்துருங்க. அதுல பேங்க் பியூன்லாம் வந்து அவர் உள்ள அந்த செக் போட்டு கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ஒரு கமிஷன் வாங்கிக்குவாரு. கேஷியரை கரெக்ட் பண்ணி இப்போ என்னோட செக்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து நான் கொண்டு போறேன்னு வச்சுக்கோ, நான் வந்து 12 o'clock மேலதான் நல்லா போக முடியும் அப்படின்னா, அந்த கூட்டத்தில் நான் போக மாட்டேன் அப்படின்னா, இப்போ நீ கேஷியர்னா உனக்கு ஒரு அமௌண்ட் மாசம் மாசம் கொடுத்துருவோம். இப்படி இட் வாஸ் ப்ரீடிங் கரப்ஷன். அப்போதான் ஏடிஎம்ஸ் கான்செப்ட் வந்தது. இப்போ வந்து இட் இஸ் ஹையஸ்ட் ரெவல்யூஷன் that you will do it on your mobile. So what are the safety and security issues and whether the money will be safe or not, அதெல்லாம் தெரியாது நமக்கு, அது இன்னும் வரல. See, this is a natural phenomenon. It's a natural phenomenon. Any development will have its own plus and minus. Over a period of its operations only you will know. இப்போ வந்து கூகுள் பே சொல்ற கூட நம்ம டைம் இருக்காது. ஜிபே, ரூபே இதெல்லாம் வந்து நமக்கு என்ன பிரச்சனைனா, இது வரைக்கும் இதுல என்னென்ன ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் வரப்போகுதுன்னு தெரியல. As of now, it appears to be very safe. But இதோட ப்ராப்ளம் எங்கெல்லாம் வரும், எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் இதோட பிரச்சனைகள் வரும், இதுல எப்படிலாம் ஃப்ராட் நடக்க முடியும்? If a fraud can take place with Facebook or online banking or anything, there can also be a fraud possibility in over these interfaces as well. But ennaga nam theriyala, wait and watch. You can take this for your mains also. Beta. All right, next one is National Museum for Indian Cinema. The National Museum for Indian Cinema is housed in the Gulshan Mahal of Mumbai. The Gulshan Mahal is a businessman property. என்ன advantage? இதுல என்ன விஷயம்? Why National Museum for Indian Cinema is in use? It is to host Satyajit Ray Film Festival to mark the centenary celebration of Satyajit Ray's birth anniversary. Satyajit Ray's birth centenary. So Satyajit Ray commemorate our 100th birth anniversary commemorate பண்றதுக்காக they are celebrating. National Museum for Indian Cinema is celebrating Satyajit Ray Film Festival between May 2nd and May 4th. நீங்களே இப்பலாம் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. நேத்தோட முடிஞ்சிச்சு. Today is May 5th இல்லையா? May 3rd இல்ல? Today is 3rd, May 3rd. அதான் நேத்திக்கு ஆரம்பிச்சது நாளைக்கு வரைக்கும் இருக்கு. At present Satyajit Ray Film Festival is going on. So the opening film will be Aparajito, and closing film will be Pater Panchali. Pater Panchali was Satyajit Ray's first film. So who is Satyajit Ray? Satyajit Ray is a Bharat Ratna awardee and was awarded honorary Oscar. He was awarded honorary Oscar as well. Major Satyajit Ray works. I don't think not much will be there to ask about these aspects. So Satyajit Ray patti ivladhaan solla mudiyum. Appu trilogy was his 3 films. Life experience of Appu. Appu trilogy was internationally, he is known for internationally acclaimed Appu trilogy. ஒரு 3 படங்கள். The character Appu அப்படின்றவன வச்சு 3 படம் பண்ணிருப்பாரு. Appu trilogy. 3 films that were based on the experience of a village boy called Appu. I was internationally acclaimed movie. 3 series, 3 movies. That வந்து பாத்துக்கோங்க, தெரிஞ்சு வச்சுக்கோங்க. That is enough. Otherwise, I don't think if there was anything can be asked in this. If at all they can ask, only this question they can ask. Otherwise, they have to skip it over and go. The next is the Criminal Procedure Identification Bill, which has received quite a bit of opposition because of its capability to violate the privacy, right to privacy. இதுல முக்கியமா Article 21 பார்க்கணும். You have to see Article 21. Then you have to see the prisoner's rights. Article 21 கீழ தான் prisoner's rights வருது. Prisoner's rights particularly the prisoner's rights என்ன வருதுன்னு சொன்னாக்கா Article 21, அதாவது the prisoner has the right to live with human dignity. He should not be subjected to any inhuman treatment. He should not be subjected to any torture. Supreme Court guidelines against torture. அதே போல this is said to be violating Article 14, 21 and 20. More importantly, it is said to be, the opposition in order, it is said to be violating Article 20, Clause 3. Self-incriminating evidences. The fundamental right against self-incriminating evidences is guaranteed by Article 20, Clause 3, which the Criminal Procedure Amendment Bill is said to be violating. Also, you have to see DK Basu versus State of West Bengal case. சொல்லப்போனா DK Basu case வந்து it is now 25 years ஆச்சு. அதுக்காக வரணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. But because of this, it can come. So what are the guidelines of Supreme Court with respect to detaining a person given by the Supreme Court in the DK Basu case? DK Basu case guidelines பார்த்துக்கணும், prisoners rights பார்த்துக்கணும், Article 21 பார்த்துக்கணும், Article 20 பார்த்துக்கணும். That are protection in respect of arrest and detention. Article 20 Clause 1, Clause 2 and importantly Clause 3. ரைட்டா? அதே மாதிரி இதுல இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, தி இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் வில் பி கேதர்ட் பை, அது என்ன டிஜிட்டல் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் என்னன்னா, ஒருத்தர் அரெஸ்ட் பண்றோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. இப்ப நீங்க நிறைய சினிமாவில் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, அவனை எப்படி திருப்பி போட்டோ எடுப்பாங்க, அப்படி திருப்பி போட்டோ எடுப்பாங்கல்ல. அதோடு மாத்திரம் இல்லாம, now this bill authorizes the gathering of the palm print impressions, iris and retina scans, அப்புறம் வந்துட்டு சிக்னேச்சர் அண்ட் ஹேண்ட் ரைட்டிங், அப்புறம் பிளட் செமன், ஹேர், பிளட் செமன், ஹேர் அண்ட் சாம்பிள்ஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்வாப்ஸ் எல்லாமே எடுக்கலாம்னு சொல்லுது. This is why it is said that this is completely in violation of right to privacy. அதுல முக்கியமான விஷயம், if anybody resists this, it is considered to be it's an offense under this bill. The new bill in the law வந்துச்சுன்னா, it has been passed. This bill is passed. It is now an act. நான் எடுக்கும்போது bill இருந்துச்சு, இப்ப act ஆயிடுச்சு. President also has given his assent. Now the problem என்னன்னா, under this act, if you refuse to give any of this, it is an offense under Indian Penal Code. அதுக்கே உன்னை அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணலாம். சிக்கல் என்ன தெரியுமா, if you are accused எடுக்கலாம், ஓகே, I am a suspect னு வச்சுக்கோ, எல்லாத்தையுமே எடுத்துட்டேன்னா where is my privacy? Where is my privacy? And this will be stored for 75 years by the National Crime Records Bureau. It will be with 75 years. So it is violating a very clear violation of Article 14, 21, 14, 20 and 21. So what is Article 14? What is Article 20, Clause 3? What is Article 21? What is DK Basu case guideline of Supreme Court with respect to arrest and detention? Then prisoners' rights. All these 5 areas get to understand. All right. On the one hand, National Crime Rates Bureau is doing a wonderful job. On the other hand, these kind of things are dangerous. So, இன்னொன்று வந்து வினய சமரஸ்ய யோஜனா. This is இது ரொம்ப மைனர் நியூஸ் தான். So, வினய சமரஸ்ய யோஜனாங்கிறது என்னன்னா, it is named after a 3-year-old Dalit boy named Vinay in Karnataka. இது ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது, சப்ப நியூஸ். The boy, a Dalit boy, strayed into a temple for which his family was punished with a fine of 25,000 rupees by the village panchayat, Cup Panchayat. அதனால abolition of untouchability ஒரு program launch பண்ணிட்டாங்க. And that was named after the boy who was punished. Vinay. அதனால வினய சமரஸ்ய யோஜனா அப்படின்னு கர்நாடகா கவர்மெண்டோடது, launched on 14th April on the birthday of Dr. Ambedkar. And இதில் நீங்க பார்க்க வேண்டியது abolition of untouchability, Article 17. Then Civil Rights Act, which was previously called as Untouchability Offences Act, 1955, renamed as Protection of Civil Rights Act. Those things are enough. Nothing big is required. It's only very minor views. Otherwise has nothing. Right?
Okay.
It's more offbeat area. Another very minor. It is not that important. But yet I wanted to give you because this can be more fancy. There is sometimes fancy things are also focused by UPSC. That's why. Not Government of India. It is Government of Karnataka. Then UNCITRAL. UNCITRAL is a subsidiary body of United Nations General Assembly. Its mandate is to harmonization and unification of the law of international trade. It has been adopted by 49 countries, and UNCITRAL is in use because of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs recommended the adoption of, Insolvency Law Committee has recommended the Ministry of Corporate Affairs to adopt the UNCITRAL. This is to provide for insolvency and bankruptcy code for across borders. What is it? தெரிஞ்சா போதும். இதில் நீங்க பார்க்க வேண்டியது insolvency and the bankruptcy code. All right. Check. Rest we shall discuss tomorrow. So go through the aspects, whatever I have told you till now. Get back tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
So இன்னைக்கு பார்த்ததெல்லாம் very minor news. நாளைக்கு பார்க்க போறது கொஞ்சம் minor news தான் இருக்கும். But important for certain, fundamentally they are important for your